Hello everybody, this is M Producing, Armored Cars Vivo, back again for another video. Yes, we're done. This is it. 108 unique Mastercasters cards. Wow, what a trip. What a trip. After a year and about 7 months, 8 months, somewhere in that range, we did it. We finished the entire Mastercasters set 1. And I know in the first pack opening I did, I called set 1 the Battle Rises. I don't really like that name anymore, so I am changing it to the Clash of the Omega. That is the name of the first set, Clash of the Omega. I think it's a cool name. So yeah, this is all of set 1. There are 108 cards. I just counted before this video started just to make sure. And on the top, you can see the ones in sleeves and the new ones. The reason I took these guys out of their sleeves is because I need to scan them into the computer, and it sort of messes up the image if the sleeve is on it. So yeah, there are 99 cards in this stack. Oh, whoops. And here's the rest of the 9 to make the 108. And that's it. The first set's finally completed, and yeah, I don't think I'll begin work on the second set until after I get the first set into the Game Crafter. I mean, I might just like make a card or two, but I'm not sure. And yeah, so let's just, without further ado, let's get into the last 9 cards that will ever be printed for the regular set 1. Yeah, the classic cards. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the first card is called Sea Coral. It costs 6 crystals to play. It's a rare. It's a permanent resource. And it says, whenever Sea Coral is on the field, all of Aqua monsters/creatures gain plus 100 health and plus 50 to their stats. And I was thinking about making, like, a coral reef when I made this, I was thinking about making a coral reef habitat, but like the reason this isn't a habitat because I wanted it to apply to all your aqua monsters/creatures on the field. And one second, let me just rearrange this by rarity. I was just so excited, I forgot to arrange them by rarity. So 1 second while I do that. Okay, here we go. And the next card is Heal. Costs 4 crystals to play. It's common and an ability, and it says heal target monster/creature by 200 health. I didn't have a single card that was just a direct heal card yet. Very surprising. And of course, since this is the last 9 cards I'll ever make for set 1, I thought it was essential that I would make a card like this, since I didn't already have one. And I don't think there are any like other essential cards like that I should have made that I missed. If you can think of one, please point it out to me in the comments below, because I need to make sure that I make those for set 2. So, yeah. The next one is Electric Cloud. It has 110 HP, 130 range attack, 80 melee attack. It's common. It's energy. Costs 4 crystals to play. It's a monster. It says, when Electric Cloud is killed, all monster-sized creatures on your opponent's field take 20 damage. Like I said in the last video, in the last episode to Runaway, I keep saying Runaway. Road to 108. I said I would make a lot more commons, and there was only one energy common, and that was Robot Generator. So I decided I probably should make another one. So yeah, here it is, Electric Cloud, and I think it has a pretty cool ability. I think like the focus of like all the energy cards is that they have really, really good abilities. So yeah, that's Electric Cloud. And also, in the last video, I said that I would have a lot of habitats. And there are 3 habitats here. So, the first one is the Crypt. It costs 5 crystals to play. It's Death. It's an uncommon. Like I said, it's a habitat. And it says, when a resident of the Crypt dies, place the top card from your discard into your hand. So, I think this is a really cool card. And, like, of course, the 3 habitats I made were the 3 habitats that I had yet to make, like, the base element habitat for. So like I really like the crypts because if you put a creature in the crypt and it dies there, you can just get it straight back. So like if you put this would probably couple with Fallen Knight, the Death Omega, really well, because he would sort of be like a monster instead of a creature. So like everything that you play in the crypt would be like more of a monster than a creature. And if you do play a monster in the crypt, then you can get probably like a valuable card from your discard back into your hand, like an ability that you really liked, or like Zombify or something that would probably be in Death Deck. Man, I can't talk. I'm so excited for the set one to be done. I can just barely speak. Okay, the next card is the Mud Pits, the Terra Habitat. It's 5 crystals to play. It's a habitat, uncommon, like I said, Terra. And residents of the Mud Pits gain plus 200 to their HP. Attackers get minus 30 to all stats. I really liked the art for Mud Pits when I first made it. I didn't love it that much. But like a lot of my card arts, it's really grown on me, and I like it a lot now. I'm not sure it's my favorite habitat, but I think the Crypt is actually my favorite habitat. I really like the art on that one. And the next one is the Power Plant. It is 5 crystals to play. It's energy. It's an uncommon. It's a habitat, of course. And residents of the Power Plant gain plus 100 to all stats, and attackers can't attack the next turn. So that's sort of like the attackers getting like paralyzed or shocked. And yeah, just energy habitat. I was debating whether to make like a power plant, a nuclear plant, or something like that. My friend even suggested making a thundercloud as the habitat, but I thought that would be more like an energy and an arrow. Might make that for set 2 though. So keep on the lookout for that. Now the next one is actually the last card I ever made, which is elemental shift. So yeah, this is the last card I ever made for Mastercasters set 1. So yeah, it's elemental shift, costs 5 crystals to play. It's a rare, and it says change target monster / creatures element to one of your choice, and it's an attachment. So like I wanted to make it a rare, so you couldn't have that many of in your deck, and this is the second time I've said it without explaining it to you. So like I'm just gonna explain it now before the next release video. Basically, for rarity, you can have a certain amount of that card in your deck per certain rarity. So yeah, I feel like I should say that since I've said it twice now. But yes, like rarity isn't just like a statistic in my game, except for like epic and ultra. That is a statistic because it's a rare. Epic and ultra you can all have 2 of in your deck. So epic and ultra are just like being more rare than a rare card. So yeah, yeah. So like elemental shift, I didn't really want you to be able to have that many in your deck, because then it would sort of eliminate the whole thing that I was trying to do, which is make it so you should make a deck surrounding 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 elements of your choice. Because like if you could have like a ton of elemental shifts in your deck, being 4 the max, because you can have 4 commons in your deck. That would be a lot, and you could do a lot with that, and really bend your way around having like 1 to 3 elements that your deck is targeted around. So yeah, that's why I made it a rare. Like it's also a really good card, so I just didn't want you to be able to use it that many times. The next one is Negate, another pretty necessary card that I thought I should have made probably a while ago. It's 5 crystals to play. It's a rare. It's an ability. It says cancel the last action of your opponent. If it is playing a card, no crystals are refunded. It can be played at any time. This is actually the only card in the game that can be played during your opponent's turn. It would be actually pretty bad if you couldn't play it during your opponent's turn, because then you could really only negate attacks, or if they like played an ability card, and that wouldn't really be that good. So like, if let's say they played a permanent resource card, you could play negate immediately. and make it so that goes back into their hand. Or, like I said, like if they attack and it does a lot of damage, you can negate that. Or like if they're utilizing a card ability or a habitat ability or something like that, you could negate that so they wouldn't get that ability for that turn, which is really good for like certain cards. Like it would be good like if they got the ability from the crypt and you just negated that so they wouldn't be able to use the card they got from the graveyard in the next turn. And like if they're doing like the strategy like I said before with Fall Knight, like every time he dies, they just put him back in the crypt. You can negate that, and they wouldn't be able to get their Fall Knight back, which would be very good. And the last card for today's video is Ethereal Unicorn, 310 HP, 240 range attack, and 260 melee attack. It's an ultra. It's a creature. It costs 8 crystals to play. It is one of the only null types in the game. One of 4 null type monster / creatures, and one of 5 null type cards because there's a null habitat. And the ability of Ethereal Unicorn is that at the end of every turn, Ethereal Unicorn is on the field. Heal 1 monster / creature by 200. And I made sure to specify heal and not gain health, because gain health means you can go past max, but heal means you can't go past the health that is written on the card. Because if it said gain 200, that'd be really, really good, because you could just keep powering up your cards, and they would almost never die, because they would get just ridiculous amounts of health. Ethereal Unicorn is definitely a threat. Like, if this dude hops on the field, you're going to have to get him out of there as soon as possible, because it'll, like, especially, yeah, because, like, if, you have, like, your Omega, if they have their Omega, outs, and they're, sweeping you with it, and they play Ethereal Unicorn, then it's going to be really hard to get that Omega off the field, if, Ethereal Unicorn's on the field, because it can just keep healing it over and over again, and you won't be really able to get strong cards out, because the Omega will just be taking everything out. So that would be a really good combo, and definitely a deadly one. So that's why certain cards like Banish or Negate, for example, are really good. So because they can take care of things like this, or even the card Black Hole. Like if something got got really bad, and they just had this massive setup, Black Hole could really just end it all. So yeah, that's that. That's set 1. It's done. It's completed. This is it. And the next video probably won't be out for a little bit. Tell me in the comments below if you want me to wait until I get my official some official cards, made from the Game Crafter, to make the rules video, or should I make the official rules video after this, pretty soon after this video with the originals. Yeah, make sure to tell me in the comments below what I should do with the official rules video, and when I should make that. And yeah, that's it. That's set 1. Completely done. All of these cards. So many. So many cards. Oh gosh, they're all falling out of my hand. I have so many. Yep. From start to finish. From beginning to end. Set 1 is finally complete. From Sucking Larva all the way to Elemental Shift. That's it. One thing I do want to say before I go is that there's big things coming in set 2. And the biggest thing coming in set 2 is a new element. Yes, you heard me. I'm adding a new element in set 2. I'll tell you more in the next video. But in this... oh man, I just really can't talk today at all. But this is M Producing, or McCarthy Vo, signing out until the next video. See you guys.